Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Just double checking. 1212. Hey, Jason. Good to see you here. Hello, everyone. Today we are playing. Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. Sorry. We have a special guest today. I'm super excited for a stream today. But how about you introduce yourself and say hello?
Hi guys, this is Jeremy. I am a Northwest Magic fixture since 2009, and I'm going to be joining Lee today to play a combo deck called All Spells, or Rogue Hermit if you prefer that older name. And we're just going to try to kill people on turn 1, or turn 2 maybe.
Alright. Hype. Today we are playing Oops All Spells. This deck used to be a meme deck. I think it was pretty much a meme deck in the past. Before the spell lands? I don't know what they've nicknamed. People have been calling them spell lands, right?
People call them Bolt Lands, but yeah.
Oh yes, Bolt lands.
Spell
Exactly, yeah. So, as I'm going to go through the little bit of a deck tech here, just to explain what is going on. The reason this deck is called Oops All Spells is because it literally has all spells, right? In the past, they couldn't even play lands because they were trying to power out really fast with basically no lands and using pedals and chrome boxes and guides and whatnot. But now, with the printing of, what's the set called again? Is it Zendikar Rising? Is it?
Yeah, Zendikar Rising.
Yeah, Zendikar Rising. We have these new cards that are not coming up very well in the preview panel here. But basically, one side, the front side says it's a spell. You can, I don't know, do. Jeremy can't stay, but wanted to say hi. Okay, cool. Good to see you there in the chat there, Morocco 2113. But basically, we have some spell lands here, these bolt lands, where one side is a spell and the other side is a land, and you can pay 3 life to bring it in untapped, right? So you have basically a modal, you have an option to play either side. But according to how the deck is read and the cards are read, they're all spells and not lands, even though when you have them in your hand, you have the choice to do one or the other. And one thing I learned with this, Jeremy, if you're wondering, is that let's say you have a Crucible Worlds in play and this spell is in the graveyard, you can actually play the land side.
Yeah, so crucially, these cards actually don't matter what they say. They could say lose the game on them and we would still play the playset just because we're going to play the land side only and not worry about the spell side ever.
Yep, gotcha. Exactly. Alright, so this is how the combo works if anyone is interested. Basically, we have, 8 sources of lands here. Some black bolt lands and some green bolt lands. We have some guides as well, so more mana sources here. We have some lotus petals. And the whole entire idea of the deck is basically to get one of 8 of these spies. And tell me, maybe one sentence, what do you think these spies do, Jeremy? What are they doing? What is their role in the whole deck?
They are going to flip our deck into the graveyard, which will allow our Narcomoebas to come onto the battlefield, and then we will sacrifice them to Dread Return and bring Thassa's Oracle into play, which will win us the game because we'll have no cards in our library.
Alrighty, maybe we'll get Jason to check there. Jason just said stream crash. Jason, are we still good there? Sorry to, I have a few technical difficulties with my internet here, but, you're good? Alright, we're good. Alright, just refresh the stream if it's working. Okay, so, yes, we are flipping a whole library into the graveyard. Like Jeremy said, we're going to put the Narcomoebas into play, and then sack them to Dread Return. We also have Cabal therapies. We have a few Cabal therapies here.
And we could use Cabal therapy either in the beginning, maybe on turn 1 to strip a Force of Will or a Surgical Extraction, or we can do it later after we flip our library and maybe just want to get information before we Dread Return.
And how do we win?
Thassa's Oracle is our main win condition. Doesn't look like this build has a Charbelcher sideboard. That's something maybe I could have considered before we set up the deck, but we're going to be definitely all in on this plan today.
We have some Xanax forms. So let's talk about the sideboard for a quick second here. So I've noticed certain builds, and especially the build that went I think it was 12-0 in one of the challenges, and he didn't even drop one single game except the scoop. I think he dropped one game because he just scooped to his friend into the top 8. But basically, they're playing Chancellors because we're literally all in the sideboard.
I think the Chancellors are going to be for the mirror or for any combo matchup where we just board out Pact of Negation just for a clean substitution, especially if we're on the draw.
Yeah, playing 4 packs literally means like that's the definition of all in. Now, what do you think these Summoners packs are getting?
So we're actually playing 8 packs because we're playing Summoners packs as well. And the Summoners packs are usually going to get Elvish Spirit Guide, or they will get Wild Cantor if we need to have initial black mana, because we can pack for Cantor, which is the green creature, and then play it off of green if we have an Elvish Spirit Guide, and then sack it for black mana to start a chain with Dark Ritual or Cabal Ritual.
Exactly. And I notice here they do have a 2-2 split here of Cabal Therapies and Thought Seizers, which is kind of, you got to set the sights, see what they go against. We have the 4 Force of Vigors to try to deal with, I don't know, maybe Torpor Orbs or just...
Leyline primarily.
Leyline, exactly. Leyline is literally the main thing. And then we have another 3 Nature's Glaives. There's 7 sideboard slots for Leyline or Rest in Peace or whatever.
Chalice of the Void as well.
Oh, Chalice of the Void, yes. Oh, that'd be a big deal because chalicing this deck for maybe 0 is going to be hard.
Chalice on 0 or Chalice on 1, yeah.
Yeah. You can see the stops the Stark Rituals. And then you've got some extra Thought Seizers just to clear the way. And then Xenos, what is this coming in for? What do you think?
Xantid Swarm seems reasonable if you're not looking to kill on turn 1, but looking to set up for turn 2 against a deck that is boarding out its removal.
This is going to be hilarious. You're right. Normally, I could probably take out the Xanom Swarms and maybe bring in the Charvel to plan, but let's just play it like this. And then, oh, wait. We also have Bridge from Below. Is that for it's the insurance, right? For Narcomoeba?
So Bridge from Below is there, so if you have multiple Narcomoebas in your hand, you'll be able to sacrifice other creatures, your Spy, for example, if you have Balustrade Spy, to a Cabal Therapy, which then gives you another zombie, and then you can have another body to sacrifice to Dread Return.
I'd really hate it if someone just like Slaughter Games Dread Return, Like, how bad would it be?
Well, Slaughter Games is going to cost 4 mana, so if they can make 4 mana on turn 1, they're doing exactly what we're doing.
Exactly.
All right. Hats off.
Hats off to you. You deserve it. Alrighty. All right. Well, what we're gonna do is probably since these games will go really fast, we're gonna have one practice game in the casual groups, and then we're gonna take it through a league and try to get a 5-0. Is that sound like a good plan there, Jeremy?
Sure.
Alright, we're going in round 1 here of our casual games. We're just going to have a practice game here. I don't think this hand's a keep. Oh, wait. We have the
So
shop
with
land.
this hand, we actually can turn 1 because
you're
we packed for Wild Cantor, play Simian Spirit Guide into Wild Cantor, into Dark Ritual, and then have the Black Bolt land for number 4, and then we play Undercity Informer and sack it with the 4 mana and then flip the deck. But we would have to... So we have 1 Narcomoeba in hand. So we would have to Cabal Therapy ourselves, name Thassa's Oracle, put it in the graveyard, and then Dread Return.
So do you think this risk is worth it?
So I'm just thinking we would have... Yeah, we can still do that. So we can turn 1 with this hand.
But we're on the draw. So you want to go ahead with this?
Yeah.
All right. I'll put the preview panel up. If let me know in the chat there if you think the preview panel is not good for the gameplay today. But I'm gonna put it up there just so we can see what we're doing. Opponent has decided to. I think we're keeping a 7. They've also kept a 7 as well. So we will go Bolt Land into Ritual into Guide into Undercity Informer turn 1.
I do feel a little bad for running this in the practice room because it definitely is a competitive deck and demands immediate interaction. And the practice room is, unless they start out with Force of Will or Chalice, it's sort of likely to be over immediately.
All right, 1 second as the opponent has their turn. I'm just gonna open the stream deck for everyone in the chat there. So give me 1 second. I'm thank you, mods. Thank you, Jason. I need to update Decklist. Give me a second. It'll be like 4 seconds to do this. Downloads. Oops.
Well, they have a potentially blue fetch land, so.
Thank you for reminding me there, Jason. All right, that should be updated in about 5 seconds. But all right, so they got a blue fetch land, which means they could be anything.
Yeah, I think in basically every situation, in game one situations, you just go for it, turn one, no waiting, and just hope that they don't force a will you.
We could pact, like if they daze us, we could pact for a green guide and just pay for the daze. All right, we're gonna shock and dark ritual and then Undercity.
Well, we couldn't. Yeah. So let's start
Actually,
with
we couldn't
the black hole.
Yeah. We can't do that because we'll die, right? To the trigger.
So Black Bolt Land runs out Dark Ritual.
Guide.
And then Guide is fine. And then Undercity Informer.
Oh, this is the I forgot. This is the other one. This is not the one. Yeah, this is the one where you pay a bet. Okay, resolved.
So then sack it.
Yes, sack to its own ability.
So we flip our deck into the graveyard, and then we get our Narcomoeba triggers.
Yep, still waiting for the opponent to pass priority. Okay, so everything resolved, which is great. I think they're just looking at
Cabal Therapy ourselves with one of the Narcomoebas.
Oh yes, you're right, because there's 4 Cabal Therapies at the graveyard. We're just waiting for our opponent to respond.
It's
look at the
possible
cards.
Oh,
What does it say?
On this.
It just says look at the cards. Just look at them. Jason has asked, do we Cabal Therapy them first?
Yeah, I like therapying them first. We have 2 therapies, so the first one can therapy them and just get information.
Yep, and also we have Bridge, so it'll replace itself. Okay, so we've got the graveyard here. We're gonna Cabal Therapy them. Where's the Cabal?
Yeah, we should have 2 therapies, so the first therapy goes at them, and we'll get a zombie and figure out what they're playing, which will help us with game 2.
Oh, there it is. Alright, so we'll sack the Narcomoeba, make a Zombo. We were naming Force Will here? I mean, they would have forced this, right?
I mean, may as well name Force of Will. It's they don't have it, but we would name it anyway.
Of course, get to see their hand. I wonder if they scoop just to hide information. That could also be a line for them.
It's pretty common. Although practice room is kind of just like whatever.
Alrighty, they've gone ahead and scooped. We can try to draw a card.
Typically, that's the play, just to preserve information. So
name Abandoned Hope. True, right?
Yeah, if we had a Pact of Negation, we could name Abandoned Hope or do something cool like that.
Alrighty, so I don't even know how we sideboard here. How do we just run it back?
I think we have to assume they're going to have more interaction. So I would say
maybe I don't know what the flex slots are. Go ahead.
I would like to take out 2 of the Turn Timber Symbiosis and add in either 2 Thoughtseize or 2 Chancellor.
Since this is, I think let's go Thoughtseizers.
Sure.
Just because we don't know what they're playing, and also we're up a game, so it'd be nice to see what they're doing. Seems good.
Yeah, and we probably scoop if we get Leyline because we don't have the answers against Leyline for this. But if they have blue fetch land, it's highly unlikely they'd be having Leyline of the Void in their deck.
Yeah, for sure. All right, what do we got here? We have another turn one, so we can go pedal. With a bridge in our hand, it's kind of awkward. We can go pedal, Chromox, Exile Bridge, Dark Ritual into Spy. Seem like a keep.
Yeah, we can keep this.
I mean, might as well, right?
See what they brought to the table.
All right, let's see what they got. Tundra. So it is a blue deck. So
All right.
Esper Vial.
Okay,
Right.
Esper Vial. So they probably have maybe
Fossils.
Surgical Extraction or potentially Fairy Macabre for their interaction, or maybe they're just resting on Rest in Peace maybe for a turn 2.
They did bowl once, right? Because they got 4 cards left. So, also, does Esper Vial, do they play Mind Break Trap? I figured that like anyone
They
could
could.
play that, right?
I mean, they also could play Force of Will. They probably have enough blue cards for that. So
That's true. Yeah.
we probably just get punished this game because we don't have ways to beat those cards immediately. But I think it's fine to put out Chromox to start off. We basically make one attempt, but we aren't all in because we aren't pacting. So it'll be a longer game if they stop us.
Do you feel like we exile the bridge here still?
I think that's fine. Because we'll need the other ritual if we fail. So
I'm curious that this deck doesn't play Veil or Summer, but you know, I guess.
yeah, I mean, you could have Veil instead of the Xanted Swarm. That's another way to do it. Sure.
So are we planning to go for it right now, or are we just waiting
Yeah, we're just gonna run it out.
with the dark? Oh, because we have the Cabal ritual later on. Okay, gotcha.
Sure, use the Dark Ritual first, and
Spy.
let's do the Undercity Informer instead.
Sure.
That's just 3 mana, and if they counter this, then we get to save the pedal.
Oh, you're right. That's true. All right, they're forcing it. Oh, it's Breakfast.
Okay.
It's Cephalid
Oh.
Illusionist.
Yeah,
Okay.
good call. That is not Esper Vial. So this means they have less sideboard interaction, most likely. And also
Yeah.
less main deck interaction, because they won't have Meddling Mage on turn 2.
This deck is actually the one deck I really hate, because every time I play in leagues, this is the one deck I always lose to, and I always get 4-1 because, like, it's like they have like sometimes they play Cavern, right, to make the wizard uncounterable, and then they have Stoneforge package as well. It's so frustrating.
I like this deck. This is another deck I have at home that I haven't actually gotten to play in paper because it's just not been no paper tournaments available. But at some point, I'll be able to play the Cephalid Breakfast in a paper tournament, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I need to show you a list that my friend made. He went I think he went 4-0 with just a local tournament, because in Australia, obviously the situation with the world, they don't have as much restrictions because there's like a couple of weeks of like no cases and stuff. But he made it like a Cephalid Breakfast / like dredge sort of brew where it's like, you know, bringing back creatures, all the crazy stuff. So okay,
So let's play the Black Bolt land.
shocking.
Yeah.
Like, we're always shocking regardless.
And then we don't want to lose the Lotus Petal for the Wild Cancer right now. We just want to play Cabal Ritual
Okay,
and try to go off again.
but this gives you, but that gives you the same amount of mana, doesn't it?
Yeah, but there's no reason to just play the extra spell right now.
Oh, true. Okay.
Because if they have another force, then maybe we can get a Chromox to imprint on the Wild Cancer.
Okay, gotcha. So we are still throwing out the spy now, or we're not?
Yeah. Throw out the crack the pedal, get the 4th mana, play the spy.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm still trying to understand. Okay, I think they have a force will. Oh, brainstorming. I'm trying to understand why you made me use the the ritual. Why are we casting the ritual again?
We have to have 4 mana.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sorry, we needed the extra mana. My bad. For some reason, I was like, it adds mana. That makes sense. We need the 4 mana. Sorry, that was just my brain fart there.
Well, it's because there's 2 types of spies. One of the spies is 3 mana to cast and 1 to activate, and the other is just 4 to cast.
Gotcha. I hope they don't daze me. Ah, there's another brainstorm. Okay, that means they're digging really hard here.
Yeah.
And they shuffled as well with the Misty. I think breakfast. They call this deck Cephalid Breakfast because it has, like, it tries to it targets it tries to mills itself to get a combo, sort of similar to how we win, right, with the Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah, I mean, neither of these decks used to have Thassa's Oracle, but it's here now. So
How did
And
they win
Doomsday
before
is not
Thassa's
an
Oracle?
what's that?
How did it win before Thassa's Oracle?
There was a version that used Angel of Glory's Rise and
Wow.
Laboratory Maniac. That was similar to this deck. This deck had a couple of different iterations where there was one that it killed with Underworld Cerberus to return all of your
Cool.
spirit guides to your hand to exile for mana. It's kind of kooky. And there was a reanimator creature that I'm forgetting the name of that dealt damage equal to the number of creatures in your graveyard to a player when it entered the battlefield.
Wait, that's not Flayer Stronghold, whatever, the little devil dude.
No, it wasn't Flayer. It was one that just was printed a few sets before Thassa's Oracle.
Was
Sets
that Terra?
are so common now. Lotless Giant.
I love the giant. I thought you were talking about Terra the Peak, but yeah, that one as well. Okay, yeah. I played that limited. Lotless Giant.
Yeah, I really liked Lotless Giant too because it's a black card. Every black card you can imprint, and playing extra Lotless Giants wasn't the worst in that you would have extra black cards. So
Alrighty.
whenever you have black cards, you can just imprint on a Chromox. So
Of course, gotta get the imprints going. Alright, so we won the practice game. I think that's enough for us to jump straight into a league. Is everyone excited? Give me some hype. You excited, Jeremy? we ready for this?
I definitely don't want to smash people in practice leagues. I just want to play the real league and see how it goes, because this is a better test of what the deck can do when people are sort of expecting to run into fast combo.
Yeah, we're planning to have a fast one today, folks. As you know, every Saturday I stream Legacy, all the fun janky decks, all the good stuff, all that have a good time here on the stream at twitch.tv/1MrLee. I do this every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. And if you're tuning in from YouTube, go ahead and smash that like button, click that subscribe button. It really helps the stream. It's the best way to help the stream for free. And if you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, do it right now, or Ulamog's gonna eat you. Because subscribing to me on YouTube is the best way to just see all the content I play. And also, I'm thinking of posting some extra content that's outside of my VODs as well. So that's the best way to support me for free. And during a pandemic, what's the best way to kill time than to watch some Magic, right?
This will be a good stress test for the deck because All Spells is a known quantity, and everybody in the league has probably encountered it or at least is aware of it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I guess when I'm talking to you, I should be looking up, since you're above me. I'm just kidding.
Well, on your screen, I'm above you. On my screen, I'm below you. So
I gotcha. Alrighty. So it seems like no one... Okay, we've got an opponent. We're going into round 1, folks, of the Oops All Spells League. I'm excited to do this with my friend Jeremy Edwards here. He's the Washington All-Star. He's played many tournaments in paper, and he's did his rounds here. So excited for you to join us today. Let's do it.
One of the many Washington All-Stars. A lot of good legacy players in this area.
Definitely. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, we won the die roll. Do we just go to game 2 or? I'm just kidding.
Well, Force of Will the card, my friend.
Too much confidence there. Alright, I feel like this is
Alright.
a...
We have to mulligan this because we lack a
spy.
rogue.
A rogue,
Spy.
sorry. We're gonna have mulligan this. Wow. Literally all the cards we don't want in our hands are in our hands. So you said you wanted some spies, right?
This one definitely has spies, but it doesn't. I think this hand is just too slow because we have to catch mana sources off the top, and we don't want to do that. We just want to mulligan again and see if we get 5-card hand that can turn 1.
Yeah, so I think the sequencing here, if we were to keep this, we would go Chrome Mox, Thoughtseize, play land, and then we need an extra mana. Oh, we could play the Undercity Informer and just wait. Oh, we also could Thoughtseize them.
Yeah, I think this is a hand where
we can't. We have to ship 2 cards, right?
Yeah. We have to throw 2 back because we're on 5.
Yep, so we ship the last 2. Maybe? Sorry, first, do you want to keep this?
Yeah, we keep this. We can't mulligan forever, so
just mulligan to 0.
This is not the Jairuda era where we can just mulligan to 1 and win on turn 1.
Do you remember when I top decked the LED? That was so good.
That was insane.
Mulligan to LED, that was a good time. If you guys didn't see that, go ahead and watch the YouTube video. It's in my YouTube channel. I mulliganed to 1 card and then got the LED on top.
So let's put Thoughtseize and one of the Informers back. And then the plan will be to imprint Thoughtseize on the Chrome Mox and play a turn 1 Undercity Informer and see if we win next turn.
So the opponent has yielded, because I can see everything resolving instantly. So let's go ahead and have a bit of fun. And hope this doesn't die. Alright, we've casted the Undercity. It's in play. Round 1 of our league.
Notably, this play loses to removal, so we'll see if they have turn 1 removal.
Turn 1 swords, pass. Oh, planes, that's not a good side. Swords?
Alright, there it is. They got it. This was a freebie for them because if we had most likely another card, it would be a mana source and we would just win.
So do we just suss out a little bit? They're probably on D&T, I assume, but we don't know what they're on.
The basic planes, is a pretty good sign that it's Death and Taxes, and we'll just wait until we draw some more mana and then hopefully another spy before we're dead.
Thalia. Turn 2 Thalia. Very, very typical play from D&T. Turn 1 swords, turn 2 Thalia.
So far we can pay. We just draw any card that we don't absolutely have and we can imprint it. So let's imprint this Simian Spirit Guide and pay the tax. Because permanent mana is always better than
single use.
One-time mana. The real downside will be as if they Phyrexian Revoker us and name Chromox.
That's... Yes. Oh, well, they got black. Is it just for the draw lane?
I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe it's for...
This could be Eldrazi taxes? No, it's Flicker Wisp. That's terrible. That's really bad. They're going to flicker our Chromox. So if chat doesn't know what happens there, basically if they flicker our Chromox, it's going to come back and not make any mana anymore. They didn't attack.
My guess would be it's for Plague Engineer for maybe Elves.
But they didn't.
Usually a really bad matchup for them.
They missed the attack. Alrighty. I guess we just pass here. They're too excited about the Flicker Wisp. Oh, Wasteland. Okay, I think we scooped this up.
I'll just let's see a little bit more of their deck.
Okay, that's right. That's right. I'm actually of a person that doesn't like scooping early because we can try to find out information and learn about the deck, and also, there are angles, but it's just for content as well. But I feel like let's see what they got here. Chat has said, Rooney said, not long ago I decided not to concede to the mill from all spells resolving. Their opponent skipped the therapy and lost to Forcible. Classic, you had one job, Peter. You had one job.
So the interesting part so far is the silent clearing out of this death and taxes list. So trying to discern what happened.
Ooh.
And we're not really giving up any information because they already know what we're doing.
Alrighty, so thank you for the raid, J Pinta MTG. Appreciate it, my dude. I was watching your stream the other day. It was fantastic. Alright, so we've drawn an Elvish Spirit Guide. Okay, we're just chilling out now. I'm dying to the beats.
Yeah, when you get answered on your first attempt, you're usually doing a lot of chilling out until you can make a second attempt. Usually one more before you lose.
Okay. I feel like we're at a good spot of dying here, so we might go to game 2.
This is a situation where with Lotless Giant, them gaining life would have been relevant. But with Thassa's Oracle, you don't really care what life your opponent's at. You just win because you have no library. So we'll see our next draw and probably scoop it up. But yeah, cannot win with this.
You're right. Because if we would have drawn the Black Spy, we could have went off on one, right? Is that why we were playing it out?
So if we drew, yeah, we don't really have any way to. If we had a spy in the graveyard, we might be able to hard cast Dread Return. But because it got swords, it's not there to Dread Return. So
gotcha. Yep. All right. I don't think we could have waited. I think, as in like waited an extra turn. I think we just still had done the same plan that we did then. I don't think there's anything else, any different I would have done.
I mean, we could have waited a turn to see if we drew the 4th mana source, but I think it's better to just dump out our Informer before they have mana, in case they're a Daze deck.
Yep. Alrighty, so we're playing D&T. I don't think D&T plays Rest in Peace anymore, do they? Like, what do they play for Graveyard?
I think in this matchup, we want to side in 2 Thoughtseize, and let's slide out 2 of the Turn Timber Symbiosis like we did before. And this plan is just to hit their Fairy Macabre, since that's the most likely interaction that they have. That's turn 1. They're probably playing Rest in Peace or maybe Containment Priest too. But those cards are generally going to be too slow, since we're just trying to go off turn 1. And Surgical is another card they might have, but that's another one that we just want to proactively strip.
Yep, turn 1, yeah. And they don't have any interaction in regards to Force Walls or whatnot, so this is a good plan for us to be on the play and be able to get a good hand and just strip all their answers.
Pact of Negation can beat Surgical Extraction, but it cannot beat Fairy Macabre, which is why we want the extra discard.
Okay, cool. So
Since
ship like
Chancellor also doesn't interact. Chancellor of the Annex also doesn't interact with Fairy Macabre, so that's the logic behind it.
Alrighty, go ahead and submit this. That's a good point. I've been playing Fairy Macabres in my green-white Reclaimer list, but yeah, it's a good point that the reason these type of decks play Fairy Macabre is because it plays around Thalia, for example, as well, which is really important.
You can also Recruiter of the Guard to find it for a mid-game.
Oh, that's really smart. I didn't realize that. Oh, wow. This hand. Unlucky. If we had a Spy in our hand, a Rogue in our hand, we actually could have tried to go for this on, because we have... we can, like, Pact for the green one. What do you call it? The Mana Dork. And then
Wild
for it. Wild Cantor, that's it. I guess we'd mulligan this. Do you agree?
We don't have a Spy.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have 2 spies. Don't have initial black mana. This is kind of a borderline hand because we're on the play, so we don't get to immediately draw and have a chance to go off. We would have to pass the turn and hope to draw. We also don't have any way to answer their Very Macabre or potential surgical extraction.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's definitely a coin flip. I think it's probably 50-50 on whether we keep this or whether we dump this and hope to have a better 5. But up to you.
I definitely silence will use that as well. Yeah, that's true. I forgot. Yeah, they normally play 2 or 3 right on the side. Yeah, the issue I have with this is that we're literally relying on trying to draw a mana source.
Yes.
Um,
We do play a lot of mana sources though, so
that is true. That's true.
any Chrome Mox, any Lotus Petal, any Black Bolt lands, or any pact, any Summoner's Pact would do it.
How do we roll? Can we roll on here? Hello.
Definitely will not be definitely not be rolling dice in real tournament environments.
Okay, so pick a number, 1 or 2.
Let's go with 2.
You got 2? Alright. We got a 2. Alright. Does that mean we're keeping it? Alright.
Right.
Or you tuck
Put back the Narcomoeba then.
Yeah, take a Narcomoeba. It's gonna be a very sad pass.
This is just gonna be a pass the turn and hope to hit.
Pretty much, yep. I'm just gonna pass it here. Lizzie JP says, "How are you? We're good, thank you." Okay, Vile, that's fine. I thought it was gonna be a deafening silence.
I haven't actually seen very many deafening silence out of Death and Taxes since the Breach era. Okay, we hit, so we just go for it.
Should I exile the which one?
Go ahead and exile the Cabal Ritual.
Okay.
Since we have a lot more mana sources than we have spies.
Izzy JP, good to see you. Sorry, correction on the name there. Cabal Ritual it is, and then Dark Ritual into...
Yep. We're going to Dark Ritual into Simian Spirit Guide.
Okay.
Then Balustrade Spy.
Fantastic. Alright, we're going for it. Let's see if they have the answers. Alright, so the one thing we're worried about here is them surgicaling us.
Or Fairy Macabre would do it for them.
Yep. Look at the cards. Okay. Let's see what they do. Triggers are happening. Let's see if they try to respond. No response. So I think we have it. Unless they try to hit the Thassa's Oracle.
Alright. I would like to see what they kept. So let's Cabal Therapy them, sacrificing one of the Narcomoebas.
The Spy? Or the Narcomoebas?
Let's sack one of the Narcomoebas.
Gotcha.
So we'll get a zombie.
Yep. What would we name here? Maybe Saws?
Let's just name Surgical Extraction.
Okay. I mean, they wouldn't. They would have casted it, right? Okay, they just had. They had a pretty bad hand then. It's a pretty average hand.
They had a Spirit of the Labyrinth, which they were thinking, I guess, Thalia was going to stop us.
Yep. But the awkward thing is that the combo piece is a creature.
Well, we just Dread Return now and win the game.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and find Dread Return here. I'm going to target Thassa's Oracle, sacking Zombie, Narcomoeba, Actually, no. Should I not sack zombie because I can get more zombies anyway? But it doesn't really matter. But we win. But yeah, I don't
You're definitely not taking another turn after this, but whatever you like. If you want that fourth zombie, that zombie value.
I want that. I want those 3 zombies. Wow, Thassa's Oracle has really done strange things to certain decks, right?
I know
Okay.
you usually make your zombies with Field of the Dead, but
Yeah. This morning, I versed. What was I versing? It was a Lauren, right? And I ended up just killing them with a horde of zombies because I kept sorting all their creatures, and they just had all these little creatures floating around. I'm just like, I'm just the Field of the Dead deck now. Turn 3 card daddy says name Exodia. I wish I could. If I'm naming a random card, the card I'd be naming is Fugitive Wizard because it's the name of my charity group in Sydney. Good times. Anyways, alrighty. So we know they have brought in Spirit, and that's something that people bring in, or do you think they have that main deck?
they probably have it main deck for the blue decks. We're not really drawing extra cards. It just was kind of a interesting inclusion.
Alrighty. How do we want to sideboard here? I mean, we did already take out 2 cards, and
I don't really think we need to make any changes.
I agree. Oh, we fought before? That's fantastic. I love fighting people. Okay, so my wife has also promised me before the stream that she's going to try to make me dab, and she likes to do that every single week. Alrighty, thanks for embarrassing me there, Helen. Alright, we're going to ship it back like this. Hope everyone is enjoying the stream. We have Jeremy Edwards here on the stream, helping me pilot Upsor spells, and we're in round 1. So you got everyone here is just in time watching some Upsor spells. What do we got here? Oh, so close. All right. Actually, we'd go Petal Ritual under City. So we can do this turn 2.
I think we can play out.
Tap. Alrighty. Jeremy's got a dab too. You don't have to dab, Jeremy. Alright, sorry, let's focus on the game here.
I think I like keeping this and then just hoping to top deck mana source turn 1, and because we could beat with the pact, we could beat a surgical extraction.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I don't mind keeping this because we know that they're not going to counter our spells, so we can play Undercity turn 1, and then yeah, I think we keep. You're right. Let's keep it because we know we're versing D&T, right?
Yeah, we would lose to Deafening Silence, and we would lose to Fairy Macabre, but not really anything else.
All right, let's see how it goes. See how the opponent. My wife is just dabbing in the background. It's Crypt. Oh, I can't pack this.
No, we can't pack that. We're gonna be playing because we don't have a Belcher sideboard. We're gonna play a fair plan of cast our creature and hope to attack for the win with it.
Right.
We have no way to destroy this currently with our normal boarding. This is kind of a weird card for a Death and Taxes deck to be playing, but
just let it resolve, eh?
So this resolves, and then we're gonna do hard mode.
Let's see if they cast a Deafening Silence. No, okay. Oh, no turn 1. Interesting. Yeah, we're just gonna attack with 2/3. We're playing a limited deck, folks. Oh, we drew come off the ritual.
Yeah, we would have definitely had it this turn. So we can play out our turn 1 Informer and just try to beat down.
Yep.
Actually, it's probably better, Evie, to play the Narcomoeba because it flies.
Oh, okay. We literally attacking.
Yeah, let's sack the pedal for blue, play Narcomoeba, and then next turn maybe be able to draw another mana source and play Informer. And who knows, maybe they have a hand of all lands.
You okay? We're really doing a 1/1 flyer plan. Is this the plan?
I mean, we have no way to remove Tormod's Crypt, so it's that or try to hope they misclick, like try to go off, hope they
Yeah.
misclick their Tormod's Crypt.
No. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do the Nakamura plan then. I agree. I think this is. We could draw more mana sources later. It's so weird. And they're just gonna swords it. Watch.
I don't even know if they would keep swords in their deck, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, you probably want to take all the swords out. Wow, the mind games. The mind games are real. Port? What lands?
Well, we got a Bolt land, so
That's true. Alrighty, well, they have played a land and passed, and we have played our 1/1. So this is a 1/1 fly on turn 1, so that's kind of broken, don't you think? It beats the odds. It beats the standard curve. Alrighty.
I do like the limited deck comparison.
I do love that this deck.
I also believe.
Go ahead.
I believe we have seen a hard mode all spells win once when the Card Kingdom stream attacking with the Narcomoebas.
Yeah. I think they're thinking about their line. I mean, it's sort of interesting here that they actually have double port, which means they can't flicker wisp or whatever. But yeah. Because if
it's quite possible they just kept on the strength of the crypt and had nothing else. So
that's true, yeah. Porting us again makes sense. I would tap both the ports, wouldn't it? Tap a port, activate port. There we go. Opponent's got that. Thoughtseize. Okay, that's awkward. We wanted to cast that. Alright, swing in for 1. If we win this is going to be so funny.
Go Jellyfish Illusion.
So as I said at the start of the stream, this is going to be a fast stream. We're taking 1/1 players. Alright, so they got the second planes. You're right, I think they did just keep on the hand of like, I got a crypt. And say go.
I mean, so far their hand indicates that it was all lands and Tormod's Crypt, so.
Alright, Mother Runes. I love Mother Runes when people play Mother Runes, and then like I generally play Cutlass decks or Eldrazi's, and it's just like, Alright, they're gonna port me here. Eltlon. That's unfortunate. Okay, we got another land, which is fantastic, right?
More lands are good.
I think we actually Thoughtseize them here. Do you agree?
No, I don't think we want to Thoughtseize. If they had creatures, they would have played them. So we assume that they have nothing relevant, and we don't really want to lose 2 more life since we're trying to attack for the win, and their Mother Runes is probably going to be attacking us back.
Okay, so we just swing in and play the land pass?
Actually, don't even think I guess we have to play the land because we don't want to discard, but yeah, just attack and then play the land.
Invigorating entertainment here, folks. It's interesting that they'd keep a hand. Being on the draw, they kept a hand, obviously because of the crypt, right? But like, it's like you're keeping a port, Richard and port against an All Spells hand, a deck. Like that, like they have triple port against All Spells. But you know, I mean, they are doing this.
I'm not really sure what everybody's coming into Legacy at different times. It's possible that this person hasn't played a lot of Legacy, and it's just Um, Picking up the deck. I mean, this could have just been like a list that they grabbed from online or from somebody else and has Tormod's Crypt in it. So
makes sense. There's actually been okay, thank you. Okay, I want the music to be super soft, by the way. Alright, so the opponent has decided to not cast something. They're probably porting us again. Alright, there you are. Who would have thought that we're just bank smacking in with the Narcomoebas? I've got a pedal, which is good. It's a good start.
all right, play that out.
I guarantee you, crowd, this was not our original plan. So if they weren't porting us every turn, I'll be tempted literally just to get out these creatures and just start attacking. This spy is flying, right? We also can build out.
Yeah, the Balustrade Spy flies, but the Undercity Informers also are 2/3s, so they can attack with impunity into 1/1s.
The problem with the Undercity is that the Mud and Ruins can just block and protect itself.
I mean, it can block the first one, but when you got multiple.
We are the Illusion Rogue deck. Thalia, okay.
Yeah, like Thalia doesn't matter that much. Once they have Stoneforge Mystic into equipment, then we won't be able to actually win, but...
So, this actually increases their clock, right? Because we're hitting at 1/1 speed.
Yeah,
and...
we need to draw maybe a Chrome Mox or two to start being able to play our creatures.
Yeah. The awkward thing about Chrome Mox is that they're going to keep porting us, so... they don't even care anymore. They're just like, we're just going to attack.
You can file this under the Strange Games.
Yeah. The Strange Games files. Alrighty. Okay, I'm assuming double port here. Or just single port, maybe? Because I want to keep the Thalia up. I doubt they want to protect the Thalia. I think they're just trying to decide now. Yeah, okay. There's no point to protecting Thalia here. Okay, there's a green pact. Alright, we're just gonna attack. Alrighty.
I think we just discard the green pact.
Yeah, it's not doing much here.
It doesn't really... We're never actually going to cast it because we'll just not be able to pay it, so... We would prefer to Chrome Mox imprint something else than green.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. There's definitely silence. They've brought all the hate in.
All right.
It's kind of funny because the Balustrade Fly actually, I mean, the Informer and the Balustrade Fly, even though they're going to keep porting us, it actually blocks the Thalia.
I am happy to concede to a deafening silence.
Yeah, let's see what we draw. Yep, you bought me, go ahead. So say if we draw a land, okay, because we can Undercity Informer here, right?
Issue is that you're not going to be able to... Yes. Yeah, I mean...
Oh wait, we can't. You're right. You're right.
You can't cast your Dark Ritual because of the Thalia, so...
Oh yeah, right, my bad. All right, I guess we scoop it up here. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. Yeah, the tax. Always the tax. All right. Well, that's just unfortunate because I mean we could have went for it, but yeah, we would just die a bit to the crypt. So that's okay. Oh well, it is what it is.
I mean, we could have just hoped they misclicked, but that's pretty unlikely.
Yeah, I don't want to sort of prey on that part, because I expect that we're playing in a league where people are expected to, have the experience to click stuff. So we can't just hope they make a mistake. But sometimes, could have been an angle where we actually got there with the Nakami or just casted a bunch of creatures. But yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, we almost did in that if they had if we had a way to just drop out a couple of those spies, they had 4 turns where they did nothing. So
yeah, that's true.
They didn't even cast Mother of Runes until turn 4.
Yeah, they're really prioritizing on taxing our mana, which is very interesting. But yeah,
I mean, it indicates they just didn't have anything.
Yep. True.
Aside from they kept on the strength of the Tormod script, which worked out for them because it's kind of an unusual card to come out of that deck, and so we didn't have a board for it. But that's also a game where if we had been on the play, and been able to just go off turn 1, they can't actually keep that hand because the Tormod script just doesn't get cast.
Yeah, it's too slow. Yeah, and that's the kind of dilemmas I have sometimes playing these fair decks where it's like D&T or Grim Claymore or like Maverick and stuff. It's just like, okay, the play or draw is really important, and you really got to fine tune your sideboard pieces to how you expect to lose, But yeah, that's okay.
And that's also a game where if we had the Charbelcher plan, that's something that we could have hedged on. We would have just boarded, probably, instead of bringing in Thoughtseizes, we would have brought in Charbelchers, and we would have cut probably Pact of Negation instead of those lands, and the plan would have just been whatever 4-mana thing we have, we jump in.
Alrighty, we're back here, folks. We're playing some round 2 of the Oops All Spells deck here. I think this is a hand that does a lot of things. We're on the play, we want the die roll. We can go land, pedal, ritual, and then I think this is a keep.
Yeah, definitely. This is a turn 1 hand.
Be on the play, which is great.
Primarily if they have Force of Will or not.
it's the Force of Will check, right?
It is definitely a force check deck, yes. This and Charbelcher are the 2 force check decks. I guess Blackbird Reanimator is kind of fast enough to be a force check deck too.
Yeah, actually, one card that I've seen people play in Black-Red Reanimator, which is kind of cool for me, is what's it called? It's like the Stronghold Gambit, is it? Like the the red sorcery card. It says like whoever's got the lowest CMC creature. It's so fun.
Yeah, you play that when you're sure your opponent doesn't have creatures in the deck, like in lands.
Yeah, they're winning with other strategies, and I feel like yeah, I don't know. I always thought like that card could be really awesome back when Gataxian Pro was legal. I was like, this card could be so awesome, Gataxian Pro. You just see their hand, draw a card, and then you can put in your best creature. All right, so I'm gonna shock in the black land, I think, and then and then still pedal. Do we want to burn the pedal, or just use a card?
We should play the pedal.
But do you think we should burn the pedal with the ritual?
I would use the Simian Spirit Guide and play the Cabal Ritual and just hold up the pedal.
Okay. Jason has pointed out that they F6, so that's a really good point.
Well, they're probably just dead then if they're F6ing.
Yeah, they are. All right, let's go ahead and do it. They have F6, that's correct. Alright, so we have flipped our whole deck. As usual, you use Undercity Informer to drop your whole library into your graveyard. We look at the cards, we've looked at them. And then we're gonna go and flip all these Narcomoebas. Always yes. Always yield. Yes. 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 And then you said the pattern here is we Cabal Therapy first, right?
Yeah, we would. If they let us see their hand, then we get more information about how to board.
That's a good point. Good point. This is the tips that I need to learn. Alrighty. Are we naming Fugitive Wizard?
Just Force of Will. Makes sense.
Okay then. I'll be proper. Oh, it's Gak. We both TNT and then Gak? Wow. It's Gravecaller, Hogaak, and some lands. So that's why the F6 were happening.
So we know they'll have ley lines out of their sideboard.
Yeah, I think Gak is 100% always bringing in Leyline. Alright, so Judge Return, the Thassa's Oracle, sack them at Narcas. It's a fair point that Jason pointed out as well. Like, they just, I tend to not look at that to see if they F6 and stuff, but yeah, they F6, so it's a clear sign that they're playing a non-blue deck. Alright, and we won with Thassa's Oracle. Judge Return, Thassa's Oracle. Alrighty. So, assuming this?
Okay, so this board plan is 4 Force of Vigors replaced with the Pacts. Get rid of the Pact of Negations.
Yep.
And we bring in the 3 Nature's Claims, and we have to find 3 more cards to cut. So
we're not bringing Force of Vigors? We are.
Let's cut the 2 Thoughtseize.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we do want the Force of Vigor. Guess we do need 4 because we are kind of low on green cards to cast the alternate cast cost. And I think we need 1 more card to cut.
Could we cut just 1 Cabal Therapy maybe? Or maybe 1 Pact?
Yeah, let's shave one Summoner's Pact.
I mean, it is a green card for Force of Vigor, so that's a fair line there.
Actually, let's shave 1 Turn Timber.
So Jason said just a Cabal Ritual, but I don't know. What do you
Let's shave a Cabal Ritual, yeah, that makes sense.
It's because we have so much mana, right? We have the Dark Rituals, we have Cabal Rituals.
Ordinarily, yeah, the green cards aren't that important, but the fact that we need them for Force of Vigor is very important. Yeah,
we need to be able to exile 1 green card to destroy 2 enchantments or artifacts. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Force of Vigor, by the way. Apparently Force of Vigor stabilized Vintage. Okay, no green mana here, but we do have a turn 1.
Yeah, this is definitely a keep, and Force of Vigor is potentially possible to be hard cast. It just is more likely that we'll alt cast it.
Let's look at the turn 0. Let's see if the Leyline's... Okay, Leyline's out.
Alright.
So we just need to draw a green card. We can chill out, right?
Yeah, let's see what we draw.
Yep. We also have 2 types of Swires, which is awesome. They're thought seizing us, which means we have 2 Swires, which is great. But they'll
probably take the Force of Vigor, so...
You think? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. They also could potentially take out the Ritual. But yeah, Force of Vigor is bad for them. Oh no, they wouldn't take the Rituals. Because I guess we could just get there eventually. If only this was... if only this was the green land.
Yeah, the green land actually would be really good here.
I wonder what they take.
I mean, if they don't take Force of Vigor, then we have a much greater chance of just being able to win turn 1 or turn 2.
Yeah, for sure. It's so funny that like so many of the Moxes exist in Legacy. Like personally myself, I still think Mox Diamond is bonkers. The fact that you discard a lane, you don't even exile lane, you discard it, and you get a free box that makes all colors. I think Mox Diamond is amazing. I try to, like, I know they're really super expensive now, but like honestly, I always try to play it in any deck that I have a high mana, high land count, because it's amazing. It feels like you're playing a real Moxen.
They've actually dipped about $100 in the last month.
Oh, did they? Oh, that's good. I remember they did go up to. Oh, whoa. They took the Dark Ritual. That's what I thought.
Wow.
I don't think that's right. Because if we draw a green card, we can still just cast a Undercity Informer. They also had an option to take the land as well if they really wanted to. Interesting. Okay, we got another Undercity Informer. Do you
Let's
like...
play out our land and Chrome Mox.
Mm-hmm. We're not shocking, right? Because
We can shock, yeah.
Oh, because you want to. Well, what do you want to exile? Just one of the Undercities?
Yeah.
So, are you looking to cast the Undercity now with the Cabal Ritual, or we're waiting?
Yeah, I like casting it now.
Interesting. Okay. I don't think Hogaak plays removal, does it? Sorry, go ahead.
So this just ducks discard.
True.
So, I mean, I don't really know their logic behind not taking the Force of Vigor, but if they don't think that they have to worry about that card, then I'd rather get the Spy onto the battlefield because they'll not really have a way to kill it. They don't play creature removal, so
I don't think. I
guess
so,
maybe they play Assassin's Trophy for our ley lines if they think we're ley lines, or if I don't know. We'll see.
They missed the land drop and they're just passing. But yeah, you're right. They do play Trophy or Abrupt Decay sometimes.
I don't know if they would have brought in Trophy though, because we don't usually play Leyline. But we could play Leyline for the mirror if we wanted to. This is kind of the weird, like, what leveling game with your opponent to try to figure out what they boarded or what they would be likely to board.
We did win. We did get the free win game 1, and right now our opponent is missing their land drops. Okay, they got their second land now. I feel like they needed their blue source. They're probably trying because they normally play crab, right? Does Hogaak still play crabs?
Yes.
That's the best way to mill themselves. I feel like they were waiting for that blue source. That's just my opinion. Okay, that's where they got the hit. Maybe the trick. Okay, they're hard casting a Bloodghast, which can't block.
Yeah, Bloodghast cannot block.
Another land. Okay, that's unfortunate.
This one we can just play tapped.
Yeah. Nothing to cast here. So we're just gonna attack in, I guess. This is
all yeah, just smack him for 2.
Smack him for 2. So I remember when I was watching Nemasquats play the Hogaak Mirror, he's like, both people ley lines, so it's literally just casting creatures and attacking. That's the whole game.
Yeah.
We're just playing fair magic. And also one thing I just want to point out with the artwork of Bloodghast, this is a crab. I always think it's a zombie, but it's not. It's a vampire spirit. Attacking for 2. So they kept a hand with just like no fast, because like Hogaak is very fast in regards to the synergy of all their cards to sort of do their deck angle there. Ooh, okay. We can cast a Spy.
So we actually don't want to cast the Spy because it'll flip our library.
Oh, you're right. Oh, it's not even a May. I thought it was. It's not. Okay.
It's not, is it? It's a must.
It's a must. There's no May clause there. Yeah.
If there was a May, we could just decline and have a flyer. That would be pretty decent.
I think we just keep attacking, right? Or do you want to block?
Right, so we're still just swinging it in.
It's kind of a weird game. Yes. Do you want to cast this Chrome Mox, or you just want to keep it in our hand?
I think we can cast it off of the Balustrade Spy.
Okay. Just get that extra mana. Where's my green? I know. That's what I'm waiting for. So as soon as we draw any green source, we just leyline them. We just force a vigor them, and then we can try to go off. All right, so they're milling themselves now. They hit Bridge, Stitches, and Gravecaller, which is all. I mean, except the Stitcher, all good cards to hit with the Hedron Crab. By the way, we're talking about Spicy Brews, Jeremy. I made a Hunting Grounds deck, and I was testing it. It's 4 Hunting Grounds, 4 Show and Tells, a random 9 mana Liaison, like a 9 mana creature that gets 9 CMC spells. And then you try to flash in the Hunting Grounds. I'll show you later. It's a really stupid deck. Alright, they got the Hogaak because they're convoking their creatures.
I guess we need to summon our inner Tron player.
Turn 3 Kandari in chat says, you're not trying hard enough, a Tron player should be able to top deck. I know, right? I'm not invoking my my Khan-ness. I was hoping this league would be done in like an hour and just be like good on it. But we've just burst all these decks with hate already. So they got their Gak. Trying to increase the clock. Dredge Return. Alright, that's actually the worst card we could draw, because if we were to draw a green card, we need Dredge Return in our graveyard.
Well, that's why we play Cabal Therapy.
That's true, it's true.
Therapy ourselves when we have to have the card in the graveyard. Actually, we could even just card cast Dread Return, so.
That's true. We can take a few hits, can't we?
This turn, I would say we have to just hold up. We can block a Gravecrawler.
Yeah. But I mean, like, we have enough energy. We got a turn at least to like take a hit from the Gak.
I mean, Hogaak is enormous, so this is going to be the last turn that we have.
Oh, you're right. Yes. So if we do destroy the lane line, we can flip our library. We can Cabal Therapy ourselves from the Narcomoebas, put Dredge Return in the graveyard, and then go off. I get you. Smart, Jeremy. So block a Gravecaller here. Against all the odds, right?
Yeah, we're just going to block a Gravecrawler and live one more turn. Hope to hit a green source.
The zombies. The zombies. What do they got? They got 3 cards in their hand. Oh, they had the Gravecaller in their hand as well. I guess I could just cast the other Gravecaller in the graveyard, right?
Yeah.
There we go. I wonder if they like... Yeah, so as turn 3 Khan Daddy has said, we can't free spell on our turn. Yeah. I think we scoop this one up. Unless we just Cabal Therapy to see what's in their hand. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Get that extra information.
Yeah, I forgot that we can't force alternate cast on their turn. Or on our turn.
So turn 3 is like, just flip your library and assert dominance. Okay, so we saw nothing. Alright. Alright, we're gonna scoot this up. Alrighty, so we are into game 3. We brought our enchantment hate. They had the enchantments. We actually guessed them right? They had Force of Vigor. I mean, they had the Leyline, and that was correct.
Yeah, like we boarded correct. It just didn't work out with our draws. I mean, that's the nature of the turn 1 combo deck life. Is just seeing what, planning based on what you think your opponent's going to do, and then preparing for that outcome. And then if it's something different, you just try to adapt to that. And typically you can't, because the constraints on your deck are so high to be able to execute the turn 1 game plan.
Yeah, it's so tight, right? Everything it is exactly as it is. Alright, I think I'll just I think this is right. I think we bought it correctly. We're just gonna be on the play and take it as it is.
Yeah, let's see what we get after this.
Alrighty. We're going into game 3 here of round 2 with Upsal spells. We're versing Gak, the Hogaaks. Oh, no spies. And a Force Vigor. This Force Vigor just keeps appearing in our hand with no green sources. We've got to mulligan this.
So Force of Vigor isn't supposed to be in our main, right? That's our side.
This is our side, yeah. What do we got here?
So I think we just deboarded here because the forces are supposed to be in the side, and I think we had 2 Thoughtseizes in our main.
What do you mean? This is game 3.
Oh, never mind.
We won game 1 in like the first turn.
Yeah.
Just gonna ban this on spammer in the chat. Okay, so this hand doesn't do it for me. I mean, we'd tuck him with Crowbox, but
I think we actually have to keep this.
you think so?
Okay. If they open with double Leyline, we can actually answer double Leyline, and they usually can't kill before turn 4 after board, and that gives us several turns to draw mana to play out the spy.
Okay, we'll keep it. Just tuck a Crowbox, right?
I would actually tuck. Trying to think of whether we should tuck Narcomoeba or Chromox.
Well, but we need things under the Crowboxes.
I would tuck Narcomoeba.
Okay. How are you gonna make mana butt?
Well, the thing is, whatever we draw is going to be imprinted, and we might draw other Narcomoebas. So we don't actually want to draw We don't actually want to draw multiple Narcomoebas because then we might not be able to kill them.
That's a good point. Okay, so I've tucked the Narcomoeba. This is what I'm learning, right? This is my whole point of having the collaborative stream here. Personally, myself, I would have been like tuck Chromox, but that's a fair point. You don't want Narcomoebas in your hand. Okay, so they're deciding. They're still mulligan and deciding. I wonder if they are trying to mull to a. Okay, they got the ley line. Maybe 2 ley. Okay, 1 ley line. That's right. All right, so we just wait here, right? So your plan here is to wait until we draw a bunch of cards so we have Chromoxes, right? Online?
Yeah, we just need to wait, and if they try to discard us, then we can use the Force of Vigor to kill their leyline.
Interesting plan, but okay. I guess we don't like everything we draw is going to be a hit because we have no lands.
Right, like this isn't a particularly good hand, but it answers leyline, which is the most important thing post board. It's really just it's less about going off on turn 1 in this matchup post board and more about just killing them before they kill us.
Yeah. So. The irony of having no land drops in the all spells deck.
Well, we don't need it to be land. We just need it to be mana source. Or even just colored cards, since the mana sources of the Chromox.
We drew a Lotus Petal. Alright, it's a good start.
Yeah, actually, Petal's good.
I probably actually shouldn't have casted it then, because I mean, no, we don't want to get it shred. I don't think they're bringing in enchantment, artifact hate. Alrighty. You're like, it could be literally any colored card if you drew a Lotus Petal. That was so funny. Alright, so they're playing a land and getting the Bloodghast trigger back. Triggering the Bloodghast to get it into play.
Yep.
Yes, Chad is saying you don't need a turn 1 to win. It's fine. It's a fair point. Gravecaller, yep. 3 cards in the hand left. What are they? Gravecaller. Okay, they're just getting the 2 unbeats on. They're playing casting a Gak, I assume. Yeah. Okay, they got a Gak in their hand. The plan is not to die. I mean, they got a Hogaak in play now, so. And exile the whole graveyard. Attack 1 with the Stitches. So next turn they get to hit for 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So we've got like 2 turns maybe?
So on their turn, let's kill this ley line.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do it yet.
Alright,
I clicked through.
They probably won't kill us next turn unless they have Vengevine.
I guess. Do you want to play the land here?
Yeah, let's play the land tapped. And then on their turn, kill the ley line.
Yep.
And hopefully not die. I think they need Vengevines to kill us, and they don't have any currently, so.
Yep. Yeah, I can blow up the ley line now. Unfortunately, Hogaak's not an enchantment. Okay. But I'm just thinking
we need to hit Dark Ritual off the top.
Yep. But even if I did destroy it last turn, right? I don't think it would have changed anything, right?
No. It just
Alright, so destroy it.
Dependent on, I was just thinking depending on what their next turn is, we might not get another turn.
Yep. So I want to destroy the ley line.
Draw Careful Study, discard 2 Vengevines, play 2 creatures, then it would just be over.
See if we can get this. Sneak this one in.
Well, it's so close.
So close.
We don't have a graveyard to actually turn on Cabal Ritual.
Okay, these are not Mox Diamonds. They're Chrome Moxes. All right. So
we actually would be fine if these were. I guess we wouldn't be. If they were Mox Opals, they would be legendary, so it wouldn't work. But close, very close.
Very close. We have it? No. Because we need 4 mana.
Yeah, we need 4 and we don't have Threshold.
Yeah, this
right,
needs...
we just have one card in our graveyard.
Alright, so skip this up. Oh well, that's unlucky. That's the double-edged sword that we Wow, there's a Nature's Claim. Alrighty. Alright, well it's unlucky. This is the blade that we roll with. Hopefully we can just like steamroll the rest of the league. Yes. Make sure you hydrate.
Would have been cool if we could have attacked that Death and Taxes player with the Narcomoeba. That would have been awesome.
Make sure you drink lots of water, Jeremy. Alrighty, we're gonna go into round 3 here of our All Spells League. We've had a little bit of a rocky start at the start there, where we got beat up by D&T with the Tumult's Crypt, and then Hogaak just always had the ley line. Always had the ley lines. So we're gonna
we kind of expected the mobile ley line. Exactly.
Alright, we got a bunch of mana, lots of mana, and a Narcomoeba. So we'll go ahead and mulligan this. We need the spies, the rogues. We need the rogues in our hand. That are the main cards that we need. We have this hand. This hand's not too bad. Let me think about the lines here. We go Chromox into... we got a land. Chromox into potentially a Thoughtseize maybe. And then we have 1 mana. So this hand is actually a little bit better because I'd rather this hand and then than mulligan again, right?
Yeah. Are we on the play or on the draw?
We're on the play, sir.
So, yeah, let's put back the Narcomoeba and we can exile one of the. We can exile the Balustrade Spy
Gotcha. You want to?
on
Oh,
the
you want to?
Chrome Mox,
Gotcha. You want to thought seize, don't you?
and then Thoughtseize them turn 1, and then choose whether or not to play our land if they have Wasteland.
Okay, gotcha. I'll play the Chrome Box into thought seize. Oh, they yielded. So why is everyone yielding these days? It's Storm. So they don't have,
Alright.
they don't have Force Wheels, do they?
Let's take Lion's Eye Diamond.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna
And
play
then
the land.
play out our lands.
Okay, so we're gonna show up their hand here so we can see what they have. Let me just fix this up, folks. That's their hand. So they're probably just gonna ponder here.
And if they have duress, we actually don't care because they can't take anything from our hand.
That's true. That's true. That's true. They got a trop, which is a good sign. Alright, now they're brainstorming instead of pondering. Interesting. Go ahead and get rid of that brainstorm. They played a Misty. They're just passing? Okay. The good old Storm players.
Right,
Oh!
so we want to see a mana source.
We
okay,
win.
so we can just win now.
I like it casually, just like, we can just win now. And they yielded. We got it. Sack a creature. Sack it to its own ability. Yes! Yes! And they have the main deck Surgical right now, I'm just kidding. Right, so my mouse is frozen, so I'm assuming they're scooping. Yep, they scooped the game. My opponent is fair, and they know how it works. So we got there. Is that turn? That was a turn 2, right?
Yeah, that was a turn 2, and we're gonna assume.
Chancellors, maybe?
What do they have for their board for this? This is a deck that might have Tormod's Crypt. So I actually like. I don't actually want the Chancellors.
Okay.
Because they're not going to kill us turn 1.
That's true.
They are probably going to be duressing us or thought seizing us and just trying to disrupt us. And so I think we probably want to dump the Pact of Negations.
That's fair.
Because the only thing Pact would stop would be Surgical.
Yep.
And we should bring in 2 Thoughtseize and 2 Nature's Claim.
What are you planning to hit with the Nature's Claim?
Tormod's Crypt if they have it.
Okay, gotcha. Make this a little bit bigger. Alrighty, so I guess sideboard wise, we're bringing in the. Let me just arrange this for everyone here.
I don't really know what they would be potentially boarding in against turn 1 combo. Oftentimes, Storm doesn't have anything in the board for those matchups, and they're just intending on using their duresses and thought seizes to slow us down.
Yeah, so I think the main point here is that yeah, they're just looking to shred our hand so then they can do their combo later on, right?
If they were a deck that had counterspells, then we would bring in the Xantid Swarms, but they don't.
And
I guess maybe they could have Cluster Storm, but that's kind of fallen out of favor. Maybe they would have Veil instead now.
But the texture of their hand, you'd assume that they're Ant Storm, right? Not Tests?
Yeah, I would assume this is the Ant build.
Alright, so this hand does not have any... This is a good hand, but it just doesn't have any rogues, as you called them.
We basically can't keep a hand that can't drop out a spy.
Pretty much.
Because there's only 8 in the deck and there's no way to tutor for them, so your mulliganing is kind of your tutoring.
Alright, we'll go ahead and mulligan this.
And most of the other pieces are pretty replaceable. All the mana sources are basically replaceable.
So this is actually a good hand, assuming that they don't have Force of Will, right? So we can go Cabal Ritual, Simian Spirit Guide, Spy. And we have Elvish Spirit Guide as well. We can pull back the bridge. Worse can thought seize if we want.
I kind of like putting back one of the spirit guides so that depending on what they do, maybe we could Chrome Mox on Bridge from Below,
Oh,
and then
gotcha.
Thoughtseize them depending on what they do.
That's a good point. Okay, I don't mind that. So
I would put back Simian Spirit Guide.
okay. Keep. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go with that. Just because, like, my thought of the line here, and again, I'm not an expert at this type of combo decks, but I'd put back Bridge, then I'd Chrome Mox the Thoughtseize. But I guess you want to see their hand, right? Because they're a combo deck.
It depends on what they do. Presumably, we're getting discarded turn 1. Unless they just have it and try to combo us turn 1, that's possible too.
Okay, so they've played Underground Sea and Pondered. Oh wait, they mulled pretty hard then. So they mulled like once or twice, maybe. They've got 3 cards in their hand.
The thing is, if they pass and do nothing, we just go off turn 1. So.
So let's go look at the log here. Yeah, they mulled once, and they're playing another pedal out. Okay, so they pondered and then played 2 pedals, and there's the crypt. Okay.
All right. Well, that's why we brought in some answers, but
Good point. So they were
we don't
looking.
have that many. So.
I feel like they saw the crypt off the ponder, because like, why wouldn't you just
Probably.
play that up first, right?
Probably.
Okay, we've got a land, which is nice.
So our game plan is going to be
Shock.
play Chrome Mox, imprinting Bridge, and Thoughtseize them.
Okay. Oh, because then you're trying to decide.
And then we'll probably play the land tapped and pass after we take Infernal Tutor or something, whatever is in their hand.
Yeah, you knew it exactly, right? Infernal Tutor and Dark Writ. So we just take the Infernal Tutor here.
Yeah.
So they have just Dark Writ in their hand, and then we can play the land tapped. Or do we? Yeah. Oh, I think we could get a. We could get a. No, we can't get a Spy.
We don't want to spy because they have the crypt. We have to draw our Nature's Claim to kill their crypt.
I keep thinking, for some reason, I kept thinking this was the non. I thought this was the 3 mana one where we could just start attacking and keep up mana. That's why. All right, so they drew a land. They just drew a land and played it. And they
Now,
saved it up.
if we draw an Elvish Spirit Guide, okay, we're just gonna exile Spirit Guide and cast Spirit Guide.
Just start the pressure, right?
Because this is another form of pressure to win the game if they do nothing for a bunch of turns. It also makes Ad Nauseam much worse if they have to Ad Nauseam on turn 5 or turn 6.
Why does this deck always result to this? Why does it always result to a Elvish Spirit Guide? I mean, creature beatdown. Alright, now they're pondering.
By the way, this is another reason why the Belcher plan has some popularity in that you can board to just hedge against these things.
Exactly, yeah. I also thought, like, potentially as well, they're thought seizing us. Sure, they're going to take the Spy now.
Yeah.
I also thought as well, potentially you could, like, just play Pack Rat and just play Pack Rat in the sideboard.
I don't think Pack Rat actually is that robust of a plan in terms of winning the game. Like, maybe it's fine for matchups where it devolves into slow games like this. We've had a lot of games where Pack Rat would have just won, but I don't think that's necessarily common.
Do you want to play this land or keep it in case of Force of Vigor? Oh, we didn't bring in Force of Vigor.
We don't actually have Force of Vigor to draw to in this situation, so we should just play that land.
Okay.
We have 2 Nature's Claims that we can draw to kill the crypt, and outside of that, we're just casting our creatures and attacking.
What does this spell do? Return from your graveyard any number of creatures converted by equal to X or less. Okay, so we can potentially, if we draw one of these, we can like Dark Writ, bring back the Spy if we can, but we need like 7 mana.
No, we don't want to bring back the Spy because it flips our deck.
Damn it. Yeah, you're right. I just talking about beatdowns.
We would need to be playing Stifle for our own ability.
No, you're right. You're right. We don't have to target ourselves. We just target them. Nagamoovers. Alrighty. Alright, we're in with the Elvish Spirit Guide beats here.
Yep, beats.
The beats.
ESG beats.
Yeah, I can see how Belcher could also work. Like, it makes complete sense, right? Because the deck itself is very similar to the structure of Belcher. You can just be like, Dark Ritual, Pedal, Belcher, Pass. Okay, they're Dark Victory.
The man plan, Pack Rat falls under the man plan, which goes back to like Tomb of Yarami. And there's all sorts of different good creatures that you can drop out that can win you the game. Rotting Regisaur. There's that plague thing from the new set, the new commander set. Forget the last part of that.
Plague? Which one?
The one that you sack and give to your opponent. Like,
oh yeah. That's a funny one, yeah.
It just is a big dumb creature that you jam out turn one and hope to win with, especially in a matchup like this where they don't have a removal in their deck. Just a solid alternate plan. You don't really have space for too many of those in your sideboard, but it's a alternative to the Belcher plan. And we don't really have, we went all in today, so we don't have the Belcher option to us.
So opponent is drawing lots of cards of ad nauseum. They have not drawn.
They have to actually hit because we can kill them with a Spirit Guide if they don't.
That's true. They have revealed an Infernal Tutor though, so okay. I wonder if they've played a land. They're still going. Wait, they went minus? They just lose, right?
Yeah, looks like they're dead.
They look pretty dead. -6. They just kept going. Is this the part where they're still digging that hole and they're like, "Let me out. He's already dead." Why? Okay, can you explain the rationale here? Why did they keep going? I mean, what were they digging for?
They needed probably a Lotus Petal or Chrome Mox to have initial mana.
So, I don't know. I forgot if they had played a land already. So someone in chat can probably let me know. But let's pretend they had already played a land. It means that they needed some petals, right? They just didn't hit any petals to start the chain.
Yeah, they needed an initial mana source. Once they're down to whatever is 2 life, then it doesn't matter because Elvish Spirit Guide kills them when they pass.
Interesting. So that the beatdown plan worked, right? That's exactly how we won the game.
Yeah, their ad nauseum was bad, so we won.
Good job. All right, that was a clean 2-0. And that was match round 3 of the Uppsala Spells League. And we're going to go ahead and roll straight into round 4. Do you want to go drink a water while we're just queuing up here? Or?
Yeah, I got my water.
Sweet, fantastic. Alrighty, and everyone, thank you for joining and hanging out and watching me play this league of Uppsala Spells. Definitely a deck that I've never really played before, but I have enjoyed watching because it's just hilarious.
I'll go refill it.
Yep. You've got Jeremy Edwards here on the stream. He's hanging out and helping me play this deck. Just a good old collaboration between Jeremy and I. He's a Washington local here. And if you guys are enjoying the content, smash that follow button. Smash that subscribe button on my YouTube channel, which is found at youtube.com. /Mr. Lee, and it's the best way to support the stream for free because it's the only way I think that people can support the stream because I don't want anyone to be donating any money towards me during the pandemic. I'm just here to entertain and have some fun. Alrighty, so we won the die roll. What do we got here? Oh, we have a turn 1 with a packed backup. The Dread Return is our hand, but this is fine. I think we can keep this. I'm going to just confirm with Jeremy since he's piloting the run today. But pretty much my line of thinking here is we're on the play versus CWOJ. And then we can go Chrome Mox, exiling... what do we exile actually? Probably the Thoughtseize? Even the Pact, I guess? No, but the Pact is a backup. So Chrome Mox, exile Thoughtseize. And then we Dark Writ, play the land, under City Informer, Then we have Pact back up. And then we go off and win. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. Jeremy, where are you? Alright, so I think I'm still on the same plan here. Just gonna go for it. Jeremy! Okay. Right. Just gonna go for it here. Alright, that resolves. Fantastic. I exile the Thoughtseize. Dark Ritual. Jeremy, we had the perfect hand.
All right.
We had the perfect hand, but basically we're on the play. We'll go Chrome Mox and the Thoughtseize, alright? And then we Dark Rit, play the land, shock. We don't even need to tap that yet. Cast Undercity Informer.
And we have Pact backup.
Yeah,
awesome
we have.
hand.
Yeah, I was like, this is exactly what we wanted, right? All right, they're gonna force us, exiling Jace. We packed back.
Yep.
Let's see if they have the second force. They have the second force, exiling Court of Cunning. Well,
Wow.
All right, sure. They also could have not. They could have not forced negation my pact. Oh no, they have to. They should have forced. No, they had to. Because I was about to say forced negation can't hit creatures. I was about to say they could have let us lose to our own pact.
We're at pretty reasonable position to go off again.
Mm-hmm. So they're playing a Court of Cunning deck, which is kind of interesting. I've always wanted to see that card played.
So if we get a Dark Ritual, we can just hard cast Dread Return to return this.
Oh yes, you're right. I didn't even think about that. So they're gonna try to climb back here. Okay, this is probably Snoko. I think Miracles. I've seen people talk about Court of Cunning in Miracles. Oh, so close. Alright, we just need a Mana Source here. And hopefully... or a Dark Ritual. They're pondering. Okay, so they had double Force of Negation and Force of Will. That's double forces.
It's a strong hand from them.
Definitely. Alright, they played Land Pass. They got 3 cards left, which is good. We took... okay, Dark Ritual. Alright, cool. So we're... actually, we still just play the Undercity here.
Yeah.
Right?
Do Dark Ritual, cast Undercity, see if it resolves.
We just a little... if this resolves, then we had like awesomeness, alright? Like we had... okay, awesome. We had like the literal draw, the exact 2 cards that we needed to turn the city straight into Dark Ritual. Okay, so just go for it.
Yep. Sack.
Alrighty, we're looking at the cards. We'll look at the cards. We have done that. And I'm going to flip our whole deck. It goes all to the graveyard. All the Narcos are therein. Always yield, always yes. Okay. I always clicked yes already. Okay, anyways. Alrighty. So, shall we do the same thing as well? Cabal Therapy then for Force of Will?
Yes. We do have to use the other Cabal Therapy on ourselves to put Dread Return in our graveyard so we can win.
That's okay. Noted. So we can win. I like how you said that. So we can actually win the game and not die till... They're probably looking at a graveyard now and going, alright, they're fetching? Interesting. I wonder if they have a Spell Pierce. We do
I mean,
have
if
one.
they do, we just don't care. We just will then go for it for ourselves.
Oh, they're sorting us. Which is fine, right?
That's fine. We're gonna get another creature off the bridge trigger.
Yep. So we're gonna name Force Will.
How many cards do they have?
2 cards.
2 cards. Yeah, so Force of Will.
Okay. I doubt they have Force Will now, but let's see what they have. They have Mystic Sanctuary and Terminus.
All right, so they're miracles, and then we just Cabal Therapy ourselves, sacrificing a Narcomoeba.
Yep, very important. Cabal
Has to be
Therapy. Sacrifice. Yep. Click the Narcomoeba. Click OK. Rename Dread. Return.
Yeah. Targeting ourselves, we name Dread Return.
Dread Reaper? Just kidding. Then we Dread Return, targeting Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah.
Sacking 3 creatures.
Yep.
And we win the game. Yay! Alright, so yeah, I've seen people talking about Court of Cunning in Miracles. So we finally have reached the blue deck that we were all talking about the whole entire stream here.
So that was good. We were able to beat Double Force.
Yeah, true, right? And we drew literally exactly what we needed. We drew the spy into the ritual.
So in this game, let's bring in the Xantid Swarms.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we want to cut? I don't really like Chancellor of the Annex here, in that Pact of Negation is going to do basically what Chancellor would do for us.
Mm-hmm. I do agree it's like a hard combo, right? They can just do it all around for a bunch of turns.
Guess we'll just shave.
So then I'm playing 2 Cabal Therapies.
A Summoner's Pact and a Cabal Ritual.
Yeah, I always felt like these Cabal rituals are just like extra ways. We also have, I mean, the longer we wait though, is like the better they get, because they're just trying to hit, you know, all their counter spells. Like, does Miracles play Rest in Peace? I don't think they do they? Because he had Mystic Sanctuary. They had Mystic Sanctuary, so that means that they're
I would
looking to use
suspect
it
they have Surgical, because they'll have Snapcaster Mage.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they could also get Surgical back with Mystic Sanctuary later in the game.
That's a fair point, yeah. Okay, we'll bring in 2 Sonic Swarms, and we'll take out 1 Pact and 1 Cabal Ritual and see how that goes.
If they Tormod's Cryptus, though, that'll be a little annoying, because that's not, you know, that would be very bizarre. But so far, we've been playing against lots of Tormod's Crypts.
Yeah, in like every year, basically all the graveyard hate. Do we want to bring in 1 claim? Just
I don't really think the claim is going to be necessary. If they stop us, then they stop us.
Alright, we'll swing it back in like that.
We're just hoping to overpower them, and they had Double Force the first time, but it's pretty hard to just mulligan to that and also have a way to win the game.
Alright, this is definitely a mole. We've got no mana.
Yeah.
So this is a risky hand. We also get the draw. So we can pull back Narcomoeba and go Chromox Thoughtseize, exile 2 guys and play Underseed Informer. If it gets counterspelled, then we just wait to draw back.
I'm fine for keeping this and just leading off with exiling one of the Informers to Chromox and thought seizing them to try to take Force of Will.
Okay, gotcha, yeah.
And then trying to draw a mana source to go off the next turn.
You still want to tuck the Narcomoeba, right?
Yes.
Okay. We also get a draw step, but yeah. Since they're playing Blue-White Miracles, I don't think they're playing any discard themselves, so that's a good sign.
One of the things this deck used to do was play Carpet of Flowers, and that's another potential option for the combo decks. You know, if you want to play Carpet in all spells, that's something that was more popular before the Bolt lands were created. So now we don't even have to start with Chrome Mox. We can just start with Bolt Land, Thoughtseize.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. We have a good angle here. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize. Let me show me your hand. This is so fair.
They might Veil. We'll see.
No, they're Breadstormed.
All right. Unfortunately, they can't. They'll tuck the Force, and unfortunately, we can't just power it out.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I keep forgetting that people do that sometimes. They just tuck away their counter spells. Do you still want to cast the Undercity Informer now?
Well, we can't. We don't have black mana. Or sorry, we can.
We can.
We could play it. I don't actually want to play it
into all swords.
Well, let's see what they have first.
Okay. Oh, that's true. Yeah, good point.
Because they didn't start on Tundra, so the risk would be Swords to Plowshares, but we'll see what their hand is. This
is probably playing Oko, right? Because of the drop. And they have
an Oko. Not turn 3.
And they have an Oko. Alright, so they also have a Force Engagement, which is kind of scary because that can hit my Chrome Mox.
Okay, so let's do it this way. Let's take Force of Negation.
Yep.
And then Chrome Mox imprint one of the Informers.
Yeah.
Exile the Spirit Guides, cast it, and then pass and hope that they don't have a Force. Hope they don't have a Swords to Plowshares on top.
Pretty much. We have no cards left in our hand, and we just hope they don't have Terminus, or I mean they can't Terminus. My bad. Swords, yes.
Because they have Tundra in hand, but they probably put Force of Will on top.
They didn't know that we were going for it turn 1. The good old Thoughtseize. That's actually a good line. I was gonna Chrome Mox or Thoughtseize, but no, that's a better plan. Good heads up there, Jeremy.
And see, if we wait and they have Force of Will on top, then we lose because we cast it into Force of Will.
Oh, you're right, that's true. So they've just passed. They've played their Snow-Covered Island and just passed. Dark Ritual.
Okay, so go ahead and cast your Dark Ritual.
Okay.
Just to have the mana. Doesn't really matter, but...
Yep. Gotcha. Alright, I wonder if they're gonna... What are they doing? Alright, so we do the thing?
Yep. Sack the Informer.
Do the thing.
Flip the deck.
It's so polite. It actually asks you, like, are you sure you want to do it to its own ability?
I guess they could have Surgical. They could have tucked that.
True. I don't see it yet. That would beat us, yeah. Let's see if they're responding now. I don't see them trying to pay costs. Nope, we've got Narcomoeba triggers, which they could do it now, true, still. Alright, always jest, always yield, and then it still doesn't work. I did always jest, always yield, and it still asks me. Alright, so the Narcomoebas are coming in. So I'm assuming we are still doing the thing here where we're going to Cabal Therapy them.
Yeah. And I would name Force of Will.
Oh, 100%. I think that's the right line. They have plenty of blue cards in their hand.
I don't think they actually have anything, though.
Oh, they have the Force of Will.
All right, well, that's what they tucked then. So we hit. We guessed correctly and got rewarded.
Yep, we did. Good job.
Thank you.
I was talking to the Narcomoeba. I'm just joking. Alrighty, ooh, okay, so they have nothing to interact apart from the snake. So we don't know what's actually on top. Do you know what I mean? Should we Cabal Therapy the snake now? Because like they could
yeah.
Yeah, because they could snake, right?
We can Cabal Therapy them. Yeah. And they have to respond if they have a second Force.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's resolving, I'm assuming? They're not snaking? Oh, they are snaking, so they could have a Force of Will on top.
Right.
So we
They
need
have
Force of
to
Will
do
again.
this because otherwise we name Snake and have nothing.
Exactly,
So.
yeah. But they know
So
what's
now
on
we
top,
know
right?
they have Oko, which is their blue card. So it's
Yeah.
either Force of Will or Force of Negation. And we just named Force of Will because they have already used one Force of Negation.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably only have one more in their deck. Whereas we know they have 4 Force of Will. Or they could have Surgical here or something, but...
Nope, they just drew a land. They drew a Volk.
Okay. So we just Dread Return and win.
Yep. Yeah, this is what, like, this is the careful line I was trying to talk about here, folks. It's just like, I was hoping, like, I was thinking they could have put Force of Will back on the top from Brainstorm, and then they would snake here, right? But yeah. Okay, so we're good here. So we just go ahead and Dread Return, targeting Tassel's Oracle, sack. I think the adding Bridge to Below into this deck is actually kind of genius. I didn't think of that.
I mean, it's always been in the deck. It's just the Bolt lands were the key to the deck.
Yay, we won! We toured round 3, round 4. So yay! Alrighty, I'm excited. Okay, cool. Alright, so that was round 4 of the Upsal Spells League. We're going to go straight into match 5. Thank you. And again, we have Jeremy Edwards on the line here. He's been hanging out and helping with the deck here. So I appreciate his time. Alright, we're going to go into round 5. Hope everyone is enjoying the league so far. Alright, so we versus like D&T, Hogaak. What was round 3 again?
Ant, we presume.
Oh yeah, Ant. Yeah, that was it. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What's it? Techno Magi? I was trying to say everyone's name when they follow me. Taco Magi? Am I pronouncing that right? Let me know. Hey, I'm quick joined. Okay, the opponent did not respond. It's okay. Alright, so we're waiting for round 5 to come up. But again, anyone here watching the stream, I appreciate all the support. Following is the best way to support the stream here. And clicking subscribe on my YouTube channel is also a great way to support me for free. Since I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which is free. Just click the big red button. Technomage. Alright, get the H there. That makes sense. So you're actually not a mage. It's like tech, no mage. Alright, we're going into round 5 here. Where are you tuning in from, Technomage? And what are you playing Legacy? Oh, we won the die roll again. This is great. Got a good streak here.
Definitely the deck that you want to win the die roll with.
Oh no! Alrighty, we've got a bunch of mana and packs, and I wish we're on the play, but it's unfortunate. We don't have any mana here. We're gonna have to ship this back.
Yep, go to 6.
Go to 6. Let me see what we have here. Oh, we have it.
Yep.
1,
This is
2, 3.
Protected turn 1. We have to dump one of the spies back.
Yeah, I figured that. We're on the play as well, which is great. This is so funny that the new update, Magic Online update, the little turn indicator, like it just randomly appears on the start of the game. Randomly, I've seen it like floating over here.
Lead with Lotus Petal before you play your land.
Okay, why is that?
Because it conceals what deck you're on.
Oh, good point. Oh,
Because you don't want them to force your Lotus Petal, because then you can't actually go off.
That's true. Oh, okay. Technomage says he's from Detroit, Mono Blue Wizard Shift, and Hogaak. Oh, is that the Paradigm Shift, right? That's a cool, funny deck. I love that deck. It's very creative.
Alright,
okay.
can we bolt land?
Go for it.
And Cabal Ritual?
With the guide, right? Or with the pedal?
Doesn't matter, either way.
Okay, gotcha. This deck is so funny. Let's see if they force a will. They're thinking. The opponent is thinking, so...
If they force, we packed.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe they'll have the double force again. Babylon 5. So have you seen Queen's Gambit? I noticed everyone on Twitter has been talking about Queen's Gambit over and over again.
I have not. It's a chess movie, though.
Yes. I mean, apparently people saying it's very close to Magic. It's the what do you call it? What are these ones called then? The Amonkhet Invocations, exiling a Ponder, and then we pacted it. So I guess we just go all the way.
Eyesores.
Wait, yeah, I don't like them. We've gone this far. We're gonna go all the way, right? We just packed past. I'm just kidding. All right, we'll go ahead and flip our deck here. We'll put all the cards from our library into our graveyard, and then all the triggers are gonna happen. We're gonna get all the Narcomoebas into play. Narcomoebas is just a wonderful card, isn't it? Have you seen this version modern, where the Narcomoeba is bringing back Sword of the Meeks, and then you sack the Salvage Titan? It's so janky, but I love it. It's so funny. All right, we won that game.
Little jellyfish illusions with swords. Like a SpongeBob thing.
Alrighty, so they pitched a Ponder with a Force Will. So I'm guessing just some sort of blue deck.
Yeah, I think we should just bring in the swarms like we did before. I cut the same one. No. We want the pacts.
Oh, sorry. We played. We took out a pact and a Cabal Ritual, and we didn't bring in the Thoughtseize, right?
We took out a Cabal Ritual and I think a Summoner's Pact before, and I don't think we brought in the other Thoughtseizes.
No, I don't think we did. I think we just did 2 cards. Yeah, we just did 2 Zone of Swarms, and then we took out a pact and a Cabal Ritual. So that seems good.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Well, if you're watching on the stream, you guys, everyone here can watch the videos and learn from, Jeremy and I talking about our lines, all right? This is the reason I upload all these videos to my YouTube channel.
One of the other things the Anted Swarm does is you turn off, if you attack with it, you also are turning off Surgical Extraction.
Good point. You said you wanted packs, right? So we have 3 packs here. I know this deck is viable in Pioneer, Modern, and Legacy, but is there a Vintage version? I have not even seen this deck in Pioneer. That's what chat says. Don't know about Vintage. I think
there's a Vintage version. It's not very good. That's one of the decks that was theorized really early on when the Spies were printed. I don't have the thread offhand, but I'm sure you can look it up. Stephen Menendian was somebody who was trying to make that work in Vintage initially.
Mm-hmm. So we have 3 Bolt lands. This is the first time we've actually had more than 2 Bolt lands in our hand in our opener. We've mulled. So if we were to keep this, we would drop the Narcomoeba and then go turn 1 Cabal Therapy. Is that right or not right?
Actually would wait on the Cabal Therapy until the turn before you go off.
Okay. Do you like keeping this?
I think this is fine to keep.
Okay.
Because Cabal Therapy hits multiple Force of Wills.
Mm-hmm. And then bottom of the Narcomoeba.
This is just a slow hand, and we're going to play out our mana and try to brute force our way through. If they counter our first one, we'll just top deck another one and then make them counter that too.
That's true. I mean, there's also the perspective that if we draw any rituals, we also can just play it slow, right? And be like, ritual.
Kind of like before when we were talking about Hogaak, it's more about how many turns you have for the opponent's deck, because they're not going to kill you quickly. It's more like they're going to draw into a prison piece that prevents you from being able to go off.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So with this deck, they most likely just have counter magic, and we can just push our way through that with more threats or more discard spells.
Yep.
Or Xanted Swarm. They have to counter that.
the little green guy that could. Okay, so I guess play. Do you like playing the green one here or the black one here? It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. Let's just play the black one and then pass. We aren't really aware outside of potentially Rest in Peace what proactive hate card they would have. And I think it's most likely that they just have a lot of counter magic and probably surgicals.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think that Inkmoth?
Okay. They aren't what we thought they were. They're actually
Infect.
Infect now.
Okay, we got.
So now we actually.
They still have Force of Wills, but yeah. And
Now
tasers.
we play the Bolt Land.
Which one?
And we play it untapped because they're not going to kill us with regular damage.
Yeah, but are you playing the green one?
No, the black one.
Okay. And shocking. Yep.
And we also play the Petal.
Yep.
And we Cabal Therapy them.
Oh, because you want to try to see that. You want to see their hand now. Gotcha.
Well, because if they don't Force of Will, then we assume they don't have Force of Will, and we name Invigorate.
Okay, so it resolved.
No, we don't name Force of Will.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Name Invigorate. Reason being is they should Force a Will because they should assume we're going off. So if they don't Force a Will, that means they don't have it.
Oh, okay. So
and it means they have it. It means they have a kill the next turn.
This is the correct spelling, right? Invigorate.
Yeah.
Not invigorate rampage. Invigorate rampage. Oh well, so they do have Force of Will. But you're right. So it is Infect. Interesting that they didn't go turn 1 Glistener Elf. Maybe they just drew it.
All right. Well, they next level this then because they have the Force, but didn't counter the. So what our plan is the next turn actually is we can cast Elvish Spirit Guide and flash back Cabal Therapy and take their Force of Will, and then the turn after that play the Spy.
That's a good line. Good line. Okay, so we swing and the miss, but that's okay. Yeah, that is our next level.
Because they don't have, you saw their hand, they don't have a way to just immediately kill us like Invigorate Berserk.
That's a good point, yeah, because they could have untapped, booted up the Inkmoth and just killed us, right?
They are going to draw off of their Sylvan Library, so it's possible we'll just die to whatever they draw off that. They should really just pay 8.
Yep, they did. That makes sense. We also got the free win in round 1, so that's a game 1, so that's also important. You know, we got the free win. I need to go pick myself up some Savannas as well. I only have 1. I want 2. Alright, so they are booting up Inkmoth. Scale up. Interesting. Then maybe they have the Invigorate. Or the... Invigorate's the free spell, right? The one that gives me 3 life?
Yeah. Scale up's also just good.
Alright, so I've been hit for 6, and that's just what it is.
Because our line takes 2 turns, so...
Makes sense. Okay, so I think we still do the plan here. I also can play out the land and just and bolt myself because I want to play around days.
We just have to play the Spy and hope that they fail to Force a Will it.
Okay. Oh, so you actually think playing out the Spy, we're not Elvish Spirit Guiding now?
Well, the scale up is scale up till end of turn, or did they just have a 6/4?
No, it's just end of turn. It's back to 1/1 now.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just follow our original plan of bolt ourselves, play Elvish Spirit Guide, flashback, take Force of Will, and then try to kill them next turn.
Alright, so you still think cast the Spirit Guide?
Yeah. Okay. Play the land, play the Spirit Guide.
But I'm saying, what is the line here that we cast Spy and they force it? They lose 2 cards, right? Why wouldn't it be any different to just casting the Spy now?
Well, we get to get more information.
Okay,
but
fair point.
I mean, we could also do it this way.
No, I'm just asking you. The point to talk about and learn about lines, right? That's why I play this.
Yeah, I mean, you can cast Spy this way too. I don't really think one is necessarily better than the other.
Because I feel like, yeah, you're right.
They're not going to force a will the Elvish Spirit Guide. So if you sacrifice the Elvish Spirit Guide to Cabal Therapy, then you have a chance to take something else. If they, I don't know, they're going to have force a will, so you're going to take a force a will.
Okay. So let's stick with the original plan. We'll go with the guide plan. I just feel like this way threatens to win, and they have to force it.
I mean, they're both fine. You could just play the spy and see what happens.
Okay. I'll do that. And then I'll crack the pedal here.
Yeah.
In case they daze.
And they do have dazes in the stack usually, so.
Yep.
That's pretty common.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide my Elvish Spirit Guide here. I think they're trying to think if they should force. The awkward thing about this line is that we can't win. Do you know what I mean? Because they have a force in their hand still. Oh no, we
could definitely win.
Oh, we
flip our deck and then just shred their hand. So there is no waiting.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah, there's only one way. That's the whole point. Yeah, okay, good.
If they try to get cute, then they lose.
So they are dazing, so I pay for the daze.
Okay, so we pay for the daze.
Now they're forcing, makes sense. And they exiled the Brainstorm, so they don't have any forces or Brainstorms left. And they have a Trop in their hand. Trop, Glistener, Noble, and Unknown. I'm scared about the whole library here. They could like just library into an insane good spell. So do you think playing that way, right, that they obviously tried to burn the days, or they burnt the days, which we used our guide, which means we made them lose more cards, right? Do you think so?
Yeah.
Did they just pay 4 mana or 8? They paid 4,
right? They paid 4 life.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, Ink Moth here. Oh, why don't they cast the Noble to get an extra Exalted? Maybe they just have it.
Oh, wow.
No, they should have cast the Noble there. Maybe they drew a Brainstorm. I could have got Exalted there. Okay, which is not going to be well. Alrighty, I think we go for it?
Yep. Bolt land is untapped. Go for it.
Alright, resolves. Do the thing. Do the thing. Alright, flip the library. Look at the cards. I've looked at them. I like amoebas. Triggers on the stack. Yes. Well, they definitely know what we're on. So no surgicals there on their side. Alrighty, so I'm going to Cabal Therapy them again. Name Force of Will. Yep. I'll sack the Spy, I guess. Just doing the thing. Should definitely know they have Glistener, Elf, and Noble, but that's what they have now. They have a Fluster. Okay. They have a Fluster. So I guess we have to name that as well.
Okay, so you just sacrifice Narcomoeba to the other Cabal Therapy, name Fluster Storm, and then kill them with Dread Return afterwards.
just literally strip their whole hand of everything. The good thing is that... Wait, do we have extra Cabal Therapy? That's what I'm worried about. Oh, we do.
We had one in the graveyard earlier, so...
But if they Fluster this... Okay, we still win. Yeah, because we just play our spell. Alright, we did it! We fed the kids, folks! Yay! Good work, Jeremy. We got the good old 3 and 2. It means we feed the kids, we get back exactly what we wanted to, what we paid for.
That was a good result with a pretty mediocre sideboard. So I think if we did this again, we would just... I would be inclined to run something from the man plan and also charge All Sure.
I agree. I think Charbelcher's better sideboard plan just because it's
And
hard
we
to try
never
to deal with both.
like Chancellor is so minor. I mean, for if you're in a really inbred metagame where everybody's playing turn one combo, then it's good. But other than that, I just don't think it was that impactful. We never boarded it in, and we never particularly wanted it.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited about the result. Obviously, the D&T and the Hogaak was a little bit unlucky that we didn't draw that extra source, that extra green card, or something to deal with those turn 1 plays, but turn 0 plays even. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how we came out. You know, we squeezed in there, and I learned a lot of insightful lines from yourself, being able to explain why you were doing things and what is the reason and what you're playing around. So that's very helpful for anyone here watching the videos.
Yeah.
I would like to thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you coming on the stream. It's up to you if you want to hang out or you want to just chill out and watch out from the background. But I'm just going to wrap up the stream here. I think as a wrap up here from the video, we went 3-2, so I'm pretty happy about how the deck went. But like you said, your feedback here is that I think we need to tweak the sideboard, and anyone can go on the internet and see all the different types of sideboard plans that this deck has, because it really just has. It's just a one linear plan, right? Like I've actually never seen Xenon Storm in this deck. I've seen it in Storm, but not in this deck.
Yeah, we just grabbed a list and ran with it. So
pretty much.
We didn't spend any time tuning or tweaking, but having seen it perform how it did, we definitely would be altering those things if we were doing it again.
Oh, for sure. Yep. Alrighty. So, if anyone here is watching the video from YouTube, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you're watching here from Twitch, click that follow button. We stream every Saturday from 2 p.m. to whenever, playing Legacy all day, every day Legacy. And come ahead and enjoy the stream here on twitch.tv/1misslee. And hope everyone has a good afternoon, and hope you enjoyed the league playing all spells with Jeremy Edwards here from Washington. And thank you and good night. Hey there, thanks for watching the video. And remember, click subscribe if you want more Legacy jank, and if you click the like button, it really helps the algorithms here on YouTube, and definitely we'll see you in the next video. Bye.